And the problem with macroevolution and the atheistic viewpoint is they're trying to build everything from the bottom up with natural laws. And natural laws don't do that. Natural laws go to disorder, not order.
How can I prove disorder cannot create order and intelligence?
How can I prove that disorder cannot create order and intelligence? Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on what he means by prove. But there is nothing more set in science than thermodynamics. It's virtually a closed science. The second law of thermodynamics says that things go to disorder, not order. And all scientists agree that ultimately this whole universe is going to go to disorder, that we're going to go to heat death. So forget about eternal life here unless God steps in and recreates everything. We're ultimately going to all go to heat death. You see, the second law of thermodynamics says things are going to disorder, meaning, for example, that nature will take a building and turn it into a pile of bricks, but nature will never take a pile of bricks and turn it into a building. And the problem with macroevolution and the atheistic viewpoint is they're trying to build everything from the bottom up with natural laws. And natural laws don't do that. Natural laws go to disorder, not order. Now, an astute evolutionist would say, well, we don't talk about the beginning of the universe. The beginning of life. We don't know what created life. But we're saying subsequent life forms can get more and more complex. And it is true that we get more complex as we grow, right? We're taking energy from the outside and we're growing. That's true, but you have to have a life form first to do that. You also need a universe, a fine-tuned universe, before you can ever get life. So it multiplies problems for the atheist, and there are several other problems with the macroevolutionary theory, including irreducible complexity, epigenetic information I just briefly mentioned ago, the fact that we run into genetic limits to change, that even using our minds, we can't break genetic limits. You know that breeders can breed all different kinds of dogs, but they can't break out of the dog genus, right? And if you're using your mind and you can't break out of the dog genus, why do we think we can break out of the dog genus with an unintelligent process? And last thing I'll say on this is that even if macroevolution were true, it wouldn't get rid of the need for God. Why? Because macroevolution explains one out of maybe 10 different things that need to be explained. You need to explain where the universe came from, why it's fine-tuned. You need to explain where life came from. You need to explain the origin of consciousness, the origin of mathematics, the origin of morality, the origin of several other things that can't be explained just by the natural laws themselves, for example. Where do natural laws come from? That's driving all this stuff. Laws come from lawgivers. So even if the macroevolutionary worldview were true in the sense that they could figure out how subsequent life forms could come into existence, it wouldn't do anything to get rid of the need for God.